So we're getting ready to weld the new floor pans on. We took the rear trailing arms off, and I have those over there. I pushed the bearings out and the axles, so I got all that done. We are down to everything that can be removed has been removed from the chassis. So I've got my two floor pans. I'm going to do the left side, driver side first. That way I can work on this side, then push it over and do the right side. But I just wanted to get a quick fitment. So I am going to put it on, mark where I'm going to do the spot weld, take it off, drill the holes out for the spot welds, and then I'm going to TIG weld it on. I was trying to go back and forth between MIG and TIG, and quite frankly, a lot of people say MIG is easier, I guess because it's wire feed, but I think you have a lot more control with the TIG. So I've got this lift TIG welder that works beautifully. I was able to practice a little bit. I had some high spots that I actually heated up and then ground down. I was able to TIG weld on the other side, so this will be my first real-time TIG welding, but I think it's going to be fine. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get this pan drilled out where I'm going to have the spot welds. Make sure it's fit really well. I actually just noticed I'm probably going to have to planish this up a little bit. This is a little bent down, although it's probably not too bad. This is a little bent up. I may do some planishing work on this real quick just to get it as level as I can, but I'll do it after I fit it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and get that going now. Okay. Hey, welcome back. What I started to do last time was get the pans fitted, and I did start to weld. I've got this driver's side pan about halfway welded, and then I stopped because I needed to planish it. It needed to kind of sit better. And these aftermarket pans don't actually fit great, but you just kind of have to work them. So right now I'm going to grind down the welds up to the point that I stopped, and then I'm going to go ahead and weld the rest of this pan tonight, and hopefully get the driver's side pan all put in. So then tomorrow I'll work on the passenger side pan. So made a lot of good progress. I had hoped to TIG weld them, but I'm still learning to TIG. I need to get my temperatures right, but I'm able to MIG weld them pretty well. Probably going to stitch weld them. I ran a long bead here, but when I was watching somebody else on YouTube doing this exact chassis, he was doing stitch welds about every about every 1.5 inches apart. So I don't think I have to run a constant bead, probably just stitch it about every 1.5 inches, 2 inches, and it should be fine. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start sanding this down, and then we'll weld the rest of it and sand that. And then tomorrow we'll get on the other pan, okay? Okay, so we were able to grind down some of these with this mini belt grinder, and then I started to weld back. The problem with this pan is it doesn't really sit very well. It's kind of wavy. I tried to planish it down, but there's just spots, and you just kind of have to heat it up really well, and then the metal will sort of bend down a little bit, so it'll create a weld, but the welds look awful. As long as they hold, I really don't care. I'm probably gonna look at spots where they may not be as strong, but I was able to weld pretty much all the way almost to the end. The end actually is seated pretty well, so I think I'll be able to get a good long bead here, but all along here, it was just, the problem is these pans, they're just wavy, and I was planishing, I was trying to get it all down, but at the end of the day, as long as I get a good weld on there, I'll grind them down, and if I have to go over it a couple of times. But the welds are holding, it's strong. I mean, I'm not worried about them popping off. I've got quite a bit of weld in there. It's gonna take a while to sand it down and make it look nice, but it's just these pans are really kind of flimsy and wavy. So I guess once we get it welded in there and then we get it on the body, it'll stiffen up. When we get it all welded in and connected, it'll stiffen that pan up. But they're not as good as the ones coming out. But that's the truth with all aftermarket parts. So anyway, I think we're going to stop here for tonight. Let everything cool down. Tomorrow morning, I'll get the sander out. We'll sand these welds down and look in spots where we may need to weld it again, and then I'll finish this side, and then we'll get on the other side. I'm hopeful that maybe the other side actually fits a little bit better, that I don't have as many wavy spots in the pan where it meets up with the flange. Again, I planished it down, but it just kept wanting to wave up, and so just got it as hot as I could, and that metal would kind of sit down and then just weld over the top. So it should be fine, but again, we'll sand it tomorrow, and if we need to, we'll put a couple more beads on it. But I'm happy with the strength. I'm not happy with the look, but I'm happy with the strength. It's on there, so it's holding. Anyway, that's it for tonight.